Hello guys and welcome back to another video. What else is there to be said from the intro, because he word for word basically copied First Man's intro. It's literally just like very similar to what he says straight up. That's the first thing that I just need to get off my chest. I say detox, so I could just say, hey guys, Thomas here. Today we're going to be talking about, and then whatever topic it is for said video in the future. But this, and I need to turn my volume up a bit, right, is I'm trying to just kind of prove to you detoxers why Wheat Waffles is becoming so fucking conniving and is going back to his old roots instead of evolving as a fucking man. So I'll even play a clip in a bit. So this is going to be like probably at least around 20 minutes or less video. I'm going to try not to rinse it too much, but I don't know. I haven't really completely planned this out. If you couldn't tell, I'm trying to be unfiltered with this shit. But first off is a Jester Max video. Wow, I'll give him respect for this one once. This one actually feels better than like the 10 Jester Max videos fucking DBDR made. I'm glad I only watched a few of his videos, because his fucking black pill videos are so cancerous. Like, I feel like I'm getting a brain tumor halfway through the video. Like, it's just him coping more than Wheat Waffles. I would have never thought I said that another black pill YouTuber would cope more than Wheat Waffles. That is the biggest, like, feels like the biggest understatement in history. Well, for YouTube anyway. It's just absolutely bizarre, and I just feel like out of anyone, at least Wheat Waffles is trying to actually improve his life, where DBDR just seems like in every video feels like a fucking troglodyte, and just you can just tell like he spends probably at least 12 hours inside and like barely goes outside, like, ever. And the other time he probably would is to forcefully get fucking food, or he orders a fucking Uber Eats because he's that fucking lazy. Yeah, first we're gonna just like prove how much cope this is by watching like 4 minutes of this clip, and then I'll show you some other examples on why Wheat Waffles is now a fucking coper.
And they were essentially just being used for attention by these women. Because, I'll repeat, women love a good jester maxer. Women love guys like this. Women love guys that will listen to all your problems. And
now, already I agree and disagree, because I've seen this video a few months back, but I forgot to kind of take it all in. I took this video for granted because, yes, it does have some, and I mean some, probably only like 10% actual valid points, but already, like, off the fucking chart, right? Just like me processing this all in, that's only half true. Women barely love fucking Jester Maxers. By non-incel terms, more mean like a fucking, I guess, like just a funny guy, not a nice guy, a funny guy. It's kind of like a guy who's semi-blue pilled but trying to convert to a better life. Like, that's what a funny guy would be. Where a nice guy is more kind of simpleton and acts like a degenerate and just again takes the blue pill. But anyway, let's carry on.
for putting some pictures to all of the words that I've just spoken about, the basic jester maxing story is that a woman will be in a situation where she's got this guy friend, and she'll say something like, "Thank you for listening to all my problems." And the jester maxer then says, "Anytime, Jane, I'll always be a pair of ears for you." And then later that same day, when he eventually gets home, this is how you know that you're a jester maxer. If you ever have this feeling when you eventually get home, you think, "Oh, when will I ever actually get my chance? When will I get my chance with Jane, who I've been obsessing over? She's been my one."
But again, from what I recall, like, if you genuinely want to check it out, go ahead. Make him relevant for the algorithm when he already is. I feel like his main channel is more, because this is from the second channel from Remember, which is Honest Waffles, which is way worse in my opinion. His main channel. It's like copium to the max. It's like so fucking just his brain literally averted from his mind, and he just feels like he's just rambling on for like shit half the time. He's like barely actually getting to the point. He just kind of puts the point in the middle of the video and then just goes back to basics on, like, it's just like, this is the whole reason why like fucking men over 30 are screwed, and like, like, especially if they haven't got like their fucking lean jawline, they're fucked. They're just like completely screwed. And I fucking proved that from the goddamn, a man that stuttering on purpose, by the way, detoxers. And it's like, but from like the girls that I cold approached and fucking university, all the stats showed that, from girls ages like fucking 19 to like 21 clearly just won't like want your above average guy. And it's just like, oh my god, it's so cope. Like, I swear to fuck, as soon as those women, right, actually getting to the real world out of uni, their fucking mindset will change. And that's complete. I've seen proof of that. Because I've cold approached girls 3 times before. And I know you're gonna say, oh, but that's gonna be like blue pilled, because you're gonna be coping, because like you're not even gonna take that into consideration, because like you barely fucking tried. And it's like, well, yeah, from my tone it sounds like I'm coping because I'm pulling like a DBDR doing the fucking muttering voice. But I'm like, no, I'm trying to prove a point where I've actually fucking tried. Yeah, at the moment I'm just an average male and got nothing going for myself. And this is the part where looks play a part in, and I guess they're trying to figure out my personality, but it's early days, and most of the girls that I cold approach are fucking teenagers. They're not even past the age of like 20. Most of them. Most of them are either the ages of 17 to at the latest 19. So of course I'm not going to get the best of luck. But again, this video's just big cope, and I feel like moving on another one, so let's just do that. Now, before we actually get to this kind of red pill discussion thing where Wheat Waffles, and this was 2 years ago, this for context, for people who don't know, this is the second ever debate, and they haven't had one since. In my opinion, they should have had one like freaking late 23 for like their final debate on the red pill versus black pill, and just call it the, what is true masculinity and how to get girls, and then put like a colon, Hamza X Wheat Waffles or something like that. But look how much he switches up. So I want you to process this, or just even jot a note about this. So Wheat Waffles, this was when I started to have respect for the guy, because like I only found out about Wheat Waffles like late 2021. I mean, literally only like a few months after I discovered Hamza, which was like back in August. So I think I found Wheat Waffles like literally early October 21. So literally like not long after I first discovered Hamza, right? Because I discovered Hamza way before he reached 1 million subscribers, and back before, again, this is something that Wheat Waffles going to bring up, which I never noticed, to be honest. So this just proves how black pilled he is. Where he was said about Hamza had like an operation to do with his ear that used to stick out, which I never judge. All the fucking black pillars used to probably judge it and say, oh, he's a curry sow. How is he getting all these fucking like 9 out of 10 girls? I don't get it. That they seem like trav wives, but I can't get any. He's just a fucking curry sow, and it's just like he's got masculine virtues, and he's got purpose, and he's making a good net worth. So of course he's gonna fucking have a 9 out of 10 girl. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, just the comment says, thanks for the discussion, man. This is probably the highest quality podcast I've had to date. And just reading it now, it almost sounds petty. Like, he probably semi-meant that back then. But, Wheat Waffles could have had a really good glow up, and he didn't. He just, like, a year and a half later, he started falling down. He like, debated his fucking fan bases by pretending for, like, 2 videos straight that he was blue pilled, and one of them he opened up was just basically about iron, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought you were going semi red pilled, never mind fucking blue pilled, to be like taking a different approach to the dating market, being like, take the friendly approach, just be yourself and all that malarkey from the fucking blue pill. And it's just, at least he kind of knew about that, but yet he's just fucking us over. He's black belt himself, and instead of actually being like, here's some guaranteed tips to fucking help you in the dating market, the modern dating market, even if you're a sub 5 male, he's doing the complete opposite. He's taking a step back and is just making random bullshit content now. Like, he's the biggest hypocrite now. He's actually more of a hypocrite than fucking Memulus, and I hate that guy with a burning passion. I genuinely do. And still to this day, if I got the chance, I'd actually fucking train hard to do in a boxing match and fuck him up. I'm dead serious. I hate Memulus. Ever since he called out Chris from First Man, I've completely wanted to fuck him up in the ring so badly. Like, even more than Logan Paul, and that's saying a lot. Like, I know this is going off topic, but we're talking about men here. This is like the type of content like true men watch to get the right fucking mindset. So anyway, let's just quickly watch a bit of this clip to see how well it's aged from Wheat Waffles' point of view.
And the young woman. Now, the modern day red pill, which I think that the YouTuber First Man really does perfectly, is that he says, go for that, but why be that ugly guy? Why not be his idea is the straight 7 system? Why not have as good of a body as you can make it? Why not have as good of a social circle and to like emulate like, your alpha character with your fashion and everything, and also have the money and have your health? And this is the idea that the red pill really wants to like put onto young men is, if you aren't getting girls right now, it like you don't really need to get them right now, because right now, yes, the guys who have got the better genetics most likely will get them. The guys who've got the better face and who have got like more height and those type of characteristics would get them more likely than you, because you just don't bring anything else to the table. If you're a young man, the idea is to not give up hope and keep working, because if you weren't blessed with those genetics, all you can do is either give up or secure that future self, secure the future version of yourself, who then gets to still sleep with these girls and gets to date them. Because if you're 20, okay, so you're 20 years old, there could be one of your friends or someone that you've walked past who hates his life right now, who's, a bit shorter and everything. And the issue is that if he falls down the black pill hole, he's going to then be convinced that it's over for him. It's over. The red pill tells him, okay, if you're not attracting girls just yet, just don't worry. Keep working hard. Build the 10 out of 10 body. Build like some wealth. Get some confidence. Get your social circle. Do like a lot of like badass, like masculine stuff that makes you feel like manly and masculine and everything. And then when you're 30, you'll easily attract the 21-year-old girls, because right now, you can probably...
I know I'm being a hypocrite here, kind of interrupting Hamza, but the best thing, which, like, truth be told, like, if you want, like, go to this video right now. Like, the actual video is called Hamza versus the Black Pill Incel, featuring Wheat Waffles, right? And that's the one where it had that like killer incel in the thumbnail, that bearded guy. I forgot his name, but it was the one in the UK who used that like sawed-off shotgun and fucking killed random people, all because he was an incel and didn't stop improving his life. But I feel like I forgot what I was building up to now, but just like, yeah, that's it. Wheat Waffles in this video barely interrupted Hamza compared to the first time they had a debate, because the first time they had a debate, in like the only first, I think it was 10 minutes, already Wheat Waffles was like defending himself and butting in a lot to Hamza. So last few minutes,
you're surrounded by 18 to 21-year-old women, and those girls are sleeping with just like guys like you. They're just sleeping with just kind of like the normal guys who are around them. But what you're not seeing is the high-level girls, because the high-level girls are almost invisible to a guy like you and your friends. No offense to this, because I'd say like
I forgot how much Hamza rambled during this part. I want to get back to Wheat Waffles' part, because right, we're back onto the Wheat Waffles part. Okay, we'll go.
The difference, because this
of wealth, like and I think it's almost a bit of an insult to like your everyday working people. Like, not every single person like has the ability to reach that level of abundance and wealth. Like, I'll ask, is
pretty simple. Like, if I just ask this question, if it was that easy to reach the top 1% of wealth, why isn't everybody doing it? Like, the whole basis
People are lazy.
it's called
People are lazy and they don't try. It's called, like, I understand what your point is, but the thing is, this argument which I'm making, which is like everyone. When I talk about
Which
everyone,
is
by the way,
exactly the truth. You know, there is way more opportunity now than there was like 50 years ago. Like over like 30 decades. Well, yeah, 30 years, which is like 3 decades. Sorry, because now the social media, which has its pros and cons, there's more chance of entrepreneurship because you can promote your content online again and on social media. You can pay kind of like moderators to like promote your content, etc., and editors. And again, you can do like a side hustle temporarily. You don't have to like keep doing a side hustle. But again, most modern men are lazy. They'd rather have an extra 4 hours in bed and just cope. Again, I know I'm using that word a lot, but they'd just rather consume most of the day, don't do anything productive, don't even go for like a 5 minute walk, and would just rather be cooped up inside like an absolute hermit. Right, we're going to the last point in our detox and then I'll end the video.
Is teenagers who are looking for quick fixes. Hamza made this poll several weeks ago, and he asked pretty simply, are you still in school, in university, working, growing a business, or other? I'll let you look at the percentages yourself. And if I was going to summarize these, just look at these ones two combined. 75%, 3/4 of his audience are either in school or at university. So in other words, they're still in a bubble. They've never worked a day in their life. They've just...
Which already, this is the part that this is like one of the only points I actually got in this, again, very kind of negative kind of, oh, Hamza's the problem, instead of like he's actually being a true role model other than these fucking, wannabe masculine ones. Like, I don't really appreciate Andrew Tate that much. Like, I look up to him, but he's done a lot of questionable decisions in the past, and he definitely is better than his brother Tristan. I'm going to keep that up to this day. He's older than Tristan, and he's wiser. But I find that Hamza kind of preaches more proper masculinity more than what Andrew Tate promotes. Because Andrew Tate kind of promotes the high kind of, I don't know, sugar-coated, that's the best way. Sugar-coated masculinity, where it's like, oh yeah, find your purpose, forget motivation, just discipline. Once you build up your complete, financial freedom and escape the matrix, you've got like loads of Bugattis, fucking, BMW M3 or whatever type of, really cool BMW model, and again, a Bugatti. And now you're an entrepreneur because you're like already, a 19-year-old and you're making over 20k per year, and it's like, well, yeah, I get why that's possible, because I mean, Iman Gharji did it when he was a fucking teen, fucking managed to eventually build up his own net worth and became an entrepreneur young and escaped the rat race again young. But it seems like Wheat Waffles is feeding off this mindset where it's like, all Hamza is this maniacal fucking figure who doesn't care about like these teens. He's manipulating them to go buy his products and cope and consume all of his content. And it's like, yeah, I can see why that can be the case from a third person point of view, but personally, what Hamza should be doing, so again, this is where I kind of disagree on both sides. For once, imagine that, a fucking Hamza enjoyer who's been mentioned in most of his like commentary videos, me, saying like, oh, he's still got his faults and at times I disagree with him, but I still have more moments where I agree with Hamza more than Andrew Tate, right? Because even Hamza brings up Andrew Tate quite a few times in the videos for good and bad reasons, right? But I feel like if I was Hamza, I would do it where the youngest kind of men that I put in my own cult because I mean technically it is a cult, but it's not like your stereotypical evil cult like fascism or KKK, etc. But for this kind of community, the masculine community instead, is the youngest can only be 16, because I feel like once if they're under the age of 16, they're still literally kids. And yeah, you could still count 16 as a kid, because even when I was 17, I didn't understand the true value of money. And I was still stuck in a massive rut because, again, I've told this story many, many times. I had a crush on a fucking foreign girl who was quadruple my age. She was like past 2 decades my age. So I was down bad, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Was your stereotypical Gen Z simp who found no purpose, was lazy most days, and only started working out late 2021. Like, that was when I truly started working out. I only started working out, like, Christ. It's definitely before I discovered Hamza, but I was never consistent. So I'm going to say, I think it was early April, if I'm correct. It was definitely like in the middle-ish of 21. Like, I didn't properly work at that, but that was when I was starting to build up, consistency. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on with this. But I'm going to go to the next chapter because he kind of rambles on about the art liquors for too long. But let's go on sales tactics.
Actually mean? Well, this leads into his controversial sales tactics, which I think is one of the worst and least favourite things about Hamza. And I'm not going to call any outlandish or inflammatory remarks to label Hamza as a certain name, but hopefully you can get the gist and make your own opinion over what you think about the stuff that I've got for you on this slide. So just read this copy. This was copy that he used to have on his Adonis Academy or Adonis School page, whichever rebrand of the same product he had. This was the copy that he had on the sales page, and I'll just read it out for you. You tell me if this is controversial. That means if you don't want to miss out on the cheaper price, go check out and get your monthly membership literally right now. If you get your membership now, your price will always be $599 per month, even when I increase it to $699 per month very soon.
Now, this part will probably sound like I'm coping a bit, right? But here we go. So, personally, Hamza should not be selling the course for what costs more than a fucking PS5. Right, that I completely agree on. But it should still be a triple-digit number membership because it has a lot of value in it. Like, I know it sounds ironic coming from me because I'm not even a part of the Adonis School, because yeah, it got rebranded to Adonis School, which in my opinion, again, was very, very bad kind of advertising and branding of the kind of, well, again, learning route, that kind of, again, community on there, because Adonis Academy kind of not only speaks out because of the whole Adonis kind of story that he plays a part in his self-improvement videos with the Jeffrey and Adonis kind of arc, but also because alliteration sells. Why the fuck do you think so many companies nowadays use alliteration? It sells. And I don't get why he kind of downgraded by deciding to call it Adonis School. I will never get that to this day. It just doesn't sound as, eye-catching. But this is so ironic where fucking this guy right here, Wheat Waffles, has been doing his own looksmaxing course. And I'm going to get to that right now. Here it is. From another video. And again, I know I said last part was, but this is the finale. This is the biggest hit piece, pun intended because of his title there, on why he's just become an absolute bigot. So he's talking about looksmaxing. Again, Black Pill's favourite word. They use it more than the Red Pill community as a whole. And he's been promoting that since his early days. I swear to God he has. Because I think there's only 4 videos that I didn't get to watch of his earliest content. But I used to watch the ones where it'd be a row of different either men, and then it'd use that stereotypical bald but handsome fucking Chad pic that people use when it clearly looks like a mugshot. You guys will probably know what I'm talking about. That like tanned guy, and he's got I think a tattoo on top of his like near his brow, whatever. Literally, like black pill YouTubers fucking milk it, and they still do to this day. I still see it on my recommended feed where it's like, oh my god, you know, proving that looks really matter, and it's like, yeah, it still kind of counts to an extent, but women do also like men for personality, because yeah, women nowadays promote hookup culture, but then literally as soon as they hit their late 40s, they fucking regret it deeply. So yeah, it's just, what do you know? This Wheat Waffles is making a fucking cause, and he's been doing it for ages about looksmaxing. What a way to kind of promote your so-called help, because it's really not actually helping at all. It's just, you know, and it's not even guaranteed on actually helping. Like, he's the guy, and this is what I'm building up to, and I'll show you proof that he made a video on this, right? Because even if you want, you can watch it, waste your time, do whatever, but I personally promote not to watch this video that I'm going to show that he did. Right? He used to promote a few months ago on his channel. He'd actually put it in his videos, in his intro, pull a fucking first man and say, oh, here's my, you know, course. If you guys want to get, you know, your facial ratings by me, for attractiveness or whatever the fuck he'd say in the intro. And he's pulling a first man. He'd literally like do it like back in like the prime early days of First Man, where he was like, First Man would normally plug his ebook or his supplements, where like now all First Man mainly plugs is either his streaming channel, which is like 1M, or again, dating course ones. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to quickly show that thing to do with looksmaxing in a bit. So here it is. Mewing the get rich quick of looksmaxing. But if you look in the thumbnail, look who looks like he's been looksmaxing. What do you know? Fucking Wheat Waffles. It's proof that mewing helps. Look, my jawline already looks leaner than it did 2 years ago. I was more like absolutely crippled, like that. Like if I do that kind of Markiplier, like, you know, that slanted jaw type thing, if I just bend my neck down and make my neck look crippled, right? But genuinely, even Wheat Waffles, go back to his older content, like literally just go scroll down on his main channel and go to like a video, I think from like, if he's been doing YouTube for almost 3 years now, and just see how much like visually his jawline's changed. He is fucking promoting lies more than Hamza. Don't buy into it. He's going to make you literally a degenerate, a black pill degenerate. And it's about time that people like prove on. I'm making a part 2 to this technically, where it's a video proving on why is Hamza getting so much hate, because Hamza's getting more hate when clearly Wheat Waffles deserves more coming his way for actually promoting hypocrisy and lies. Because that's all I see here. Hypocrisy, lies, and copium. See you, detoxers. Have a good one. Make sure to like, subscribe. Peace.